Vancouver is facing an incredibly unaffordable housing market, to the highest gas prices in North America, and outrageously expensive food prices, and not to mention everything else too. I'm actually quite nervous to find out how much I spend in a normal week because I don't track my expenses like I know I should be doing. I like to think I'm pretty modest in my spending, but who knows? I might be spending a lot more than I think I do, and we're gonna find out together exactly how much I spend as a 25-year-old in Vancouver. I'm going to include my monthly bills like my housing cost, car insurance, phone bills, and other fixed costs, and I'll break that down in the end. Starting off Monday morning, I like to head to the gym early in the day because I found that I'm usually too tired after a full day of work, and I'm more likely to procrastinate later in the day, and I just like to get my exercise taken care of early. The gym I go to is actually really reasonable in price, coming in at just $16 bi-weekly, which is $8 a week. Having tried multiple gyms all over the city in the last few years, I know other gyms cost a lot more, like double to even triple the cost if you go to somewhere fancier with extra amenities and fitness classes, but all I wanted is just a simple weights, and my gym is perfect for that, especially at this price. After a good workout, I usually don't eat all that much for breakfast, call it somewhat unintentional intermittent fasting, and when I do grab a bite, it's usually something simple like a cup of coffee from Tim Hortons and a donut or a farmer's wrap. On my way to work, I stop at the gas station to fill up, which I do about once a week to every 10 days or so. I drive almost every day, both for work and everything else like going to see friends or going to basketball. Even though my car is really fuel efficient, it still takes close to $100 to fill up from almost empty to full. The gas prices recently came down from over $2 per liter to now $1.80. I remember when it was crazy to see gas at $2 per liter for the first time, but honestly, I expected to hit that regularly going forward. Here's a look at my office. After getting some work done, I end up going to basketball drop-in with some friends that are run by the city, and it cost me $6.75 for a 2-hour session. I know it's only a few dollars, but they raised this fee a couple times in the last few years, and for how often I play, it's starting to add up. On my way home for dinner, I just get some KFC drive-thru. I don't cook at home nearly as much as I know I could be doing to save money. I very often eat out with fast food and takeout. Even though I'm not going anywhere fancy and even mid-level that often, a basic meal costs at least $15 to $20 minimum and only up from there. At this point, I think I'm just exposing my bad habits on the internet, but honestly, I just want to be totally transparent, and you can just take my spending habits as a reference only and make your own adjustments according to your lifestyle. Tuesday morning, I head over to a local cafe to get some work done while getting a coffee here. The coffee cost me $4.79, and it's a really good place to work, and the coffee tastes great, so I think it's totally worth it. I skipped breakfast like I usually do and got some sushi for lunch that cost me $15.25. I'm also going shopping for some summer clothes because all my clothes are at least a couple years old and have tons to wear. And I started to work out last year, so some shirts and pants are starting to feel a little too tight. I didn't actually end up buying anything though. I'm going to see if I can find some good deals on sale because I'm not balling just yet to be shopping without worrying about the price tag. I'm also going to stock up on some essentials at Costco because I find buying in bulk is a really good way to save money, even though if you live in a pretty tight space like I do, storage can be an issue. For me, the savings are worth taking up some space in my place because these are things I constantly need anyway, like paper towels and laundry detergent. And the total came out to be $111.94. I'm trying to eat out less and less nowadays, so today I'm going to prepare my dinner. Even though Costco is great, for fresh foods, I found items to be way too big for just me to finish in a few days. So the second best option is Safeway or Superstore for me, that is still reasonable in price and size. Here's the Korean soybean stew I made. Actually turned out very delicious, so I think I should really start cooking more often. Today's haircut day, so I'm going to head over after a quick workout. I've definitely noticed an increase in haircut prices, at least for men in the last few years, where I've gone from seeing anywhere from $20 to $30 to now well over $50. The hairstylist I go to is amazing. She's great at Korean style haircuts, which is what I go for. That includes the cut itself, shampoo with massage that I love, and even styling at the end for $35, which I feel is worth it considering how nice this place is and how good her services are. I tipped her 20%. In the evening, I meet up with some friends to get some kebabs, and my buddy took care of my bill for helping him fix his car. This meal would have normally cost me about $30. After the meal, we head over to the Ambleside Beach in West Vancouver to enjoy the sunsets with a nice view. And of course, it's completely free. And yes, I've asked my friends to do this awkward walk with me for the video. On our way home, we decided to stop by a local Persian cafe and grab a Persian pomegranate juice, which another friend of mine also paid for driving him around. It was my first time trying it, and it's actually pretty good. Shout out to this local cafe for being so friendly. After another day of work at the office, this time I decided to get a $1 coffee from McDonald's plus a small burger. In the evening, my friends and I decided to meet up to go to the driving range. Recently, I was able to buy an almost brand new golf set for $120 on Facebook Marketplace. It's a new hobby I'm starting, and it's actually pretty costly to rent these items every single time. So I decided to grab a simple beginner set, and even if I don't end up picking up golf, I'm confident I can get my money back when I go to sell this because I got a really good deal. It was a pretty chill day overall, and I stopped by my favorite Korean grocery store. The cuisine I eat the most is Korean, and I'm thankful that here in Vancouver, we have so many options for ethnic restaurants and groceries at a fair price, where I know in some areas where they aren't as diverse in population, the cost for these imported ingredients could go a lot higher. The total came out to about $55. It's finally Friday. Me and Haya head up to SFU to plan out some of our future videos. We had a really good filming and brainstorming session, and I'm super excited for some of the future videos we have planned. So if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so you don't miss out on those videos. Hyan helps me with filming and editing all my videos, so I call it even with him by buying him a $20 meal for hours and hours of his time instead of actually paying any reasonable wage. I don't go downtown too often, but my best friend is having his birthday party, so I hop on the SkyTrain and head over. We walk around a little bit and enjoy the beach. I don't drink all that much, and I decided not to drink today, but the club had a mandatory one-drink policy, so I grabbed a cup of juice for $5. One of the friends I met downtown gave me a ride home, so I was able to save on Uber. Weekends are pretty consistent for me, where I work out in the morning and dedicate the afternoons for my open houses, where I meet many of my real estate clients. I remember when I first started real estate a couple of years ago, I would rarely ever miss an open house weekend, and it really helped me get my business off the ground. After coming back home, they're having a pretty cool market right in front of my house, so I take Biscuit out to enjoy some live music, and of course, it is free. I practice a little bit of the self-control I have not to buy anything unnecessary. In the evening, my friends and I go to a very popular Vietnamese cuisine Michelin-starred restaurant for dinner. And if you live in the Metro Vancouver area, I highly recommend check them out because they're so good. We order a couple of dishes to share, and the total came out to be just under $30 after tip and tax. After dinner, Vancouver would have few days during summer where they would have these amazing fireworks to check out in English Bay. We didn't end up going all the way there because it gets pretty busy, but next year I'm hoping to go check it out again, and of course, it's completely free. For Sunday, I actually had my open house cancelled, so I hit up some friends to go to Bunsen Lake to get some sun and play by the water. It's actually one of the best perks of living in Vancouver to be able to enjoy so much nature and water all around us that costs us nothing. Here's me playing fetch like a dog. And of course, you can't forget ice cream after, which Hyan also pays for. And yes, I am a massive freeloader apparently. So adding up all my costs from Monday through Sunday, what I spend in a week is $448.81. I think I spent a little bit more than I usually do, but it's not outrageously over the average. It's been a long time since I tracked exactly where my money's going, and it's quite a bit. I know I could be doing a lot more to save on these costs, like eating out less, But to be fair, I don't spend much money on entertainment, alcohol, smoking, or even shopping. Now let's go over some of my monthly spendings. So the biggest expense would definitely be housing, which cost me $2,000 for a one-bedroom condo in New West. The market rate would be more like $2,500 for this size, so I got a good deal. The internet bill is $90, phone bill $75 from TELUS for unlimited call, text, and data. Gym membership is $32 a month, and my car insurance is $190. So adding all those up, the total monthly spending would be $2,387. Now let's say I spend between $400 and $450 a week, times that by 4 weeks, plus my fixed monthly cost would come to about $4,000 to $4,200 per month, which sounds about right, and it's quite expensive. Obviously, cost of living varies quite a bit depending on everyone's lifestyle, especially for couples and family with kids. Please use my cost of living as a baseline and make your own adjustments according to your lifestyle. So that's what I spend in a month as a 25-year-old living in Metro Vancouver, one of the most expensive cities in the world. Consider subscribing if you found it helpful and sharing this video with someone who may find it useful. Thank you so much.